Hello, hope you guys can see me. I'm just up on the little patio here. Wanted to do a little intro to this video. This video is leg day from 3 weeks out, and then the following week, like check-ins with coach, updates about cardio, stuff like that. So enjoy the video. Okay, so this is my Saturday leg day. I do legs on Saturdays and Wednesdays. I believe last time I showed you a video from my old program. This one is from my new one. I did not record my single leg split squats, but those were first. Then I did reverse hack squats. I prefer reverse hack squats because they hit my glutes a little bit better than doing standard hack squats. Next up is stiff leg dumbbell deadlifts. I am using wrist straps here. Those are just to help with grip strength. I notice if I don't wear them after about 8 to 10 reps, my grip gives out and I have to drop them. So wearing the wrist straps really helps me get through the reps. I can definitely lift heavier with my legs, but my grip will not allow me to. So I did 60 pounds and then I dropped down to 50 because someone was using the 55s. So just getting those hammies in. Then I did the glute drive. So I use this machine instead of doing barbell hip thrusts sometimes, just because it is easier to load this machine and it hits the glutes the same way. So the weight on the machine itself is 15 pounds, so adding 2 plates on each side was 195. And this is definitely easier when you're short on time, just because you don't have to deal with the barbell. This is my new T-bell from BC Strength. So you saw in my last video some of the stuff I got. This is one of them. So I did these in place of my goblet squats. This is really helpful because of the grip. As you can see here, it's easy to hold on to. I was struggling on my goblet squats because of the grip. I could do like 90 pounds and then I would, like, again, similar to the deadlifts, I would like drop the weight at 10 reps. So this allows me to hold on to the weight and use a heavier weight, and it also allows me when I'm standing on the 2 steps to get a little bit deeper into the squat because I have more room before the weight hits the floor. The last thing on my program is hyperextensions, but due to social distancing, that machine was not available, so I'm just doing glute ham raises, getting the glutes and the hamstrings. Then we have cardio. I'm just showing you how I hide the duration so I don't see how much time is left. When cardio gets high, I just find it's easier if you hide the time, watch a YouTube video, and try not to pay attention to how much time you have left. Just set the timer for the amount you have that day and go. Good morning. I just did back and thighs, which was a good workout, but then my headphones died and I had to do an hour of cardio, so I literally watched like everyone's Instagram story for an hour. Usually I listen to podcasts or watch YouTube videos or listen to an audiobook, but today I had to do whatever I had to do. I didn't want to like be an asshole and have the volume on trying to watch something else, so I got through it. Tomorrow is a full rest day, so I'm excited. Good morning, it is 5:40 on Wednesday the 15th, and I just submitted my check-in to Paul, so we'll see what he says. I'm down like 2 pounds, but I still feel like my legs and my glutes still have a ways to go, so we'll see what he says because we have 2.5 weeks. So I'm gonna go hit legs, do cardio. I think I'm gonna do my double cardio today. So who knows if he's gonna give me more, so let's see what happens.
Hey Liz, well it looks like you took a big step forward this week, but with really, 2 weeks of really hard pushing left, I want to go ahead and add one more double day to your plan because if we can see a week like this one more time, it's gonna really put us in a position to be winning. So look over the changes. The nutrition's not changing. I'm just adding one more double to your schedule. So 3 days at 60, 3 days at 120. and this should really allow us to get right into that pocket where, you know, the conditioning is going to match. You sound good, so keep up with the sleep as best you can. That's going to be a huge part of this, okay? Let me know if you have any questions. Awesome work. Getting me really excited. Thanks, Liz.
Last week I was doing 4 days at 60 minutes and 2 days at 120 minutes. So Thursday I did 60 in the morning and 60 on my lunch break, and then Friday I did 80 in the morning and 40 on my lunch break, just because my lunch break is only an hour, so it's hard to get a full hour in at lunch. This week he added it, so it's 3 days at 60, 3 days at 120, but I actually asked him, we have a weekly Zoom call with our team, or almost weekly, but we had one yesterday, and I just asked him, like, does it matter how I split it up? Like, can I do 6 days at 90 minutes? Or does it have to be 3 days at 60, 3 days at 120? And he said it's fine to do 6 at 90, just the total time matters. So to me, it's easier to do 6 days at 90. I just do 60 before work, after my lift, and then 30 at lunch. So I just did that today. I did the same thing yesterday, so I'll do that through Monday, and then Tuesday I'll have a full rest day. This is about the same amount of cardio I was doing my last prep at this time, except I was doing 7 days back then, so it's really not surprising, and it's good we didn't have to change calories or anything, so that's where I'm at. I also wanted to talk about how to get through cardio, so I put in a little clip of one of my cardio sessions, but if you're doing like 90 minutes at once or 80 minutes at once, I just hide the duration so you don't see how many minutes you have left, and then I just find a YouTube video or a podcast, and I just keep watching those and listening to those throughout. So I just hide the time so I don't have to keep looking at it and focus on that. Right now I like to watch other competitors on YouTube, like their vlogs, or watching like vlogs of like show day just to get me excited, and I'm going to start practicing my posing while watching videos so I can get like the timing down, so I can listen to the judges like calling out and like how long you have to stand there for and everything like that. So that's that. I just got some Icon meals in, gonna go eat some lunch and then go back to work. Here I'm just throwing in a physique update. This is me at 2 weeks out. As you can see, like my quads are getting pretty lean, but as I turn into my back pose, I want my glutes and hamstrings to lean out a little bit more so you can see more of that definition. So hoping that we dial that in over the next 2 weeks. And of course, just have to keep practicing the posing. So I just did 70 minutes of cardio and it was good. I'm 13 days out, but yesterday was a really rough day. Saturdays are really usually good. I had my refeed on Friday and Saturday, but at 2 weeks out, I guess you just don't know what to expect. Mood-wise, you get hangry, overall just tired. Sorry, there's a lot of noise. And yeah, yesterday I got up, I did my stretching and posing, and that was fine. And then, I don't know, I just got into like a mood. It was really rainy and cloudy, and I think just COVID stuff, it's frustrating. Like, I'm so glad I have this as something to focus on and work towards, but it's just hard. You can't really go anywhere besides the gym. Thank God the gym is open, but it's just frustrating, and you're gonna have days where you get frustrated about it. So I went to the gym and my lift was fine, but I was just like in a bad mood. And then they changed the rules, so before you didn't have to wear a mask while you were physically working out, you had to wear one in the gym, but now you have to wear one the entire time. So I think just like mid-workout, like they changed the rule like mid-workout, so I think that's just like stressful. I'm fine doing it, like I'm glad the gym is open and I'll do what I have to do, but during the workout it's just like something you mentally have to deal with. So did that, and then I had 90 minutes of cardio, and I just wanted to get it done since I was just feeling like blah. I just wanted to get it over with, but it was a really hard session. Like every minute I just had to say like, you can do another minute, and I did it. And then I went home and took a bubble bath and we played video games, and it was fine. Just relaxed the rest of the day. But I think just mindset. So like, then I woke up this morning, I got a full night of sleep, like 9 hours, and I woke up, wrote in my gratitude journal. I write a whole page of things I'm grateful for, and then I write a page of affirmations, and that always helps me like get my mindset right. And then, you know, I said forget yesterday, today is gonna be a good day. I have a client to train at 10:30, so I went and I did 70 minutes of cardio, and I'll do my other 20 post lift. And I had a really good cardio session. I watched Shiva Sheaves. Her videos always really motivate me. But yeah, you're gonna have bad days. You just have to like let yourself have one once in a while and accept it is what it is. Try not to like sit in it. And then the next day just move on. Like, this year is just different in so many ways, and this prep is different. Like, I love my coach and the team, but it's very different from having an in-person team and always having people to pose with and practice with. I'm so thankful for Jay because he works out with me on the weekends, especially. Like, he did the 90 minutes of cardio with me yesterday, and you know, he doesn't have to do that. He's not a bodybuilder, and I just appreciate that so much. But you know, last prep I had people that were prepping with me and posing with me and going through all the shit with me, and I have those people, you know, on my team, and we talk on Instagram and stuff like that, but it's different. Like, I think just like the quarantine and then just having that difference is, it just makes it more like it's about me pushing myself. Like, no one's gonna do it for me. Like, when you doubt yourself and you have people working out with you all the time and people going through the same shit, it kind of helps you get through it, but this time I just have to get through it myself. I just want to be like honest about when I have those bad days, because you know, it's easy to share the good ones. It's easy to show like the workouts where you're killing it. And last prep I shared like on Instagram, I shared like everything. You know, I shared every workout, every mood, and like my life is just so different now. Like during the week I'm so busy. I have my full-time job, I have my business, I have my relationship, and you know, I get my workouts in the morning, and I just don't have as much time or like mental energy to like be posting everything that's going on. I just like focus on what I need to do when I do it. But I do still want to share like what I'm going through, and you know, as someone who does work full-time, like I'm sure other people have the same struggles, so just being open about that. But at last prep was like, I was in a totally different place in my life. I just went through a breakup like in the middle of prep. I moved a couple times. I was like having financial issues. It was rough. Like, but prep itself was like my escape from that, and this time I'm just doing it for me, and it's like a better place in my life to do it. But you know, that doesn't mean that every day is gonna be like sunshine and rainbows. You're gonna have bad days and low energy days and moody days, especially towards the end. Like right today I feel fucking awesome, but yesterday I felt hangry, I felt sad, I felt lonely, I felt tired. But you know, that doesn't make me want to do it any less or anything like that. But we just have those days. So I guess what I'm saying is just like, when you have those days, like accept it. It's part of the journey, and then try to reach out to your friends. Like I did talk to some of my friends who are competing, and you know, they're going through the same stuff. And then the next day, just wake up forget that ever happened and move on. So that's where I'm at. So I'm gonna go train my client and then do shoulders and triceps. I'm just throwing this part in as a little tip for all you bikini girls who are doing lots of cardio. Obviously your hair is gonna get sweaty. I don't know about you, but I don't want to wash it every single time I do cardio, so I just take my blow dryer brush and put some product in it and just dry it again in between sessions. And then I just wanted to show you what I was doing at the gym as far as posing goes. I have more room to walk around if I use the classroom there. So here I practice my walking, and then I actually am practicing the, like, what would be the comparisons. So here I would be next to the other girls on stage. They have you walk back, do your back pose, and then turn around. So I just have to focus on these transitions and the walking. I need to not cross my feet as much, but it does help to have the space at the gym to do that. Today's video is very random and all over the place. I know there's a workout, some just feels and posing, and my check-in and everything, but I hope you guys enjoy me sharing all this stuff with you. I'm going to end it here, 2 weeks out, and see you in next week's video. Bye.